All right, well, thank you everyone for coming this morning, and welcome to our very first exhibition tournament. Awesome. So, as you know, we've been studying for the juniors and beginners, the book of Proverbs, and the seniors have been doing a bit of First Kings in there as well. And I just want to say that I am so proud of all of our quizzers. And I just think before we get started, we should give all the quizzers a hand. And before I get into it, we'll just start with a word of prayer. God, we thank you for this time today. We thank you for this opportunity to study your word together and to have fun. God, I pray that you bless each quizzer today. Bring the verses back to their memory. God, bless their efforts, I pray. God, let it be a fun day in your word, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. So I want to ask the quizzers, who here is a first-year quizzer? Who is this? It's your first time quizzing. Put up your hand. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. That is awesome. I just want to say thank you to our first-year quizzers. I am so excited that you're quizzing this year, and I really hope that you have a lot of fun today. We have a whole bunch of first-time quizzers and the beginners, so my hat is tipped to the beginner coaches. Well done. But yeah, to our families that are just starting with quizzing, I really hope you enjoy this today. That gives you a bit of a taste of what the real thing is like. We have some exciting announcements about the rest of the season, and we'll be doing that right before lunch. And so, like I mentioned, we've been studying the book of Proverbs and First Kings for the seniors. So the beginners are going to be quizzing on the first 15 verses today. The juniors will be quizzing on the first 50, and the seniors will be quizzing on the first 75. So already we started our first practice right after Thanksgiving, so it's been just over a month, and that's really good to have that many verses already down. So well done to all the quizzers. The schedule for the day, really quick. So we're going to start in here with the seniors and the beginners. You'll be quizzing in here. We're going to do 2 senior quizzes, followed by 2 beginner quizzes, and then 1 more senior quiz, and then we'll break for lunch. After the first senior quiz, we're going to have all the juniors go upstairs. So all the junior coaches, the quiz master, I guess that's me, scorekeeper, Brother Mike, and we'll get judges up there as well. We'll be doing concurrent sessions for the morning. And then after lunch, everyone will be in here. We'll do what we call the championship rounds in the sanctuary. And after that, should be around 3 o'clock at the latest. We should be finished up. We'll have a bit of an awards ceremony. And after that, we're going to have some just snacks and games in the large hall for everyone who's here. So it's going to be fun. And I know my wife texted all the parents, but for the quizzers, when you're coming up to the quiz board, just remember to have your mask on. When you sit down at the quiz board, you can take it off. Coaches will have their masks on. And housekeeping items for quizzing, as you know, it's very, the quizzers need their focus and attention, so if we could have as much quiet in the sanctuary as possible, that would be much appreciated. I don't think I've missed anything, so without any further ado, I'd ask Brother David Holmes if he would come. He is our quiz master for the seniors today. Thank you very much for your help. And we need judges, I think.
Do we have a schedule for who's quizzing first?
Yes, it's already on the computer. Yeah, I'll get that up. Carter.
So who we have? This was a All right, let's say thank you to Karen and Nathan for all the work they're doing putting this together. All right, we're going to get the teams.
Bring it up. And then, so on the red, we have Ryan.
All right, so on red 1, we have Ryan Good. Red 2 is Anthony Good. And red 3 is Tolu. And then, what was yellow? Kieran is on yellow 1, Grace on yellow 2, and that's it. All right. So you guys can go up and take your places. And do we have a couple of volunteers to judge here? It's easy. You just have to read. Okay, come on up. We need 2. One more. Okay. There you go. Good to see you guys. You all ready to go? All right. Do you know your verses? All right. Quiz number 1 is open, and question number 1 is worth 10 points. Question. 1 Kings 3:15 names what city?
Jerusalem.
That is correct. Question number 2 is worth 10 points. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, the fear of the Lord is what?
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all knowledge. but fools despise.
That is incorrect. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. It's a two-part question worth 10 points. Question. Proverbs 1:30 records what concerning my counsel and what concerning interruption?
And what concerning my reproof? They have set at naught all my counsel. They despised all my reproof.
That is incorrect. And this interrupted two-part question for 10 points will be reread without interruption for the red team. Question. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 30 records what concerning my counsel and what concerning my reproof?
They have said that not all my counsel, they would none of my reproof.
That is incorrect. Question number 4 is worth 10 points. Question. 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 8 refers to thy servant being where? That is incorrect. Question number 5 is worth 10 points. Question. What way is mentioned in Proverbs chapter 2 verse 12?
The way of the evil man.
That is correct. Question number 6 is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 2 verse 18, the strange woman's house inclineth unto what? And her paths unto?
What? For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead.
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 10 points. Question. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 7 instructs to be not what?
Be not wise in thine own eyes.
That is correct. Question number 8 is worth 10 points. Question. Who is described as thy servant in 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 6?
Solomon. And now, Lord my God, thou hast set thy servant in the midst of thy people which thou hast chosen, a great multitude, people which cannot be counted nor numbered for multitude.
That is incorrect. Question number 9 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. 1 Kings chapter 10 records that who came to Jerusalem with what?
The Queen of Sheba, a very great train.
That is incorrect. Question number 10 is a two-part cross-reference question worth 20 points. Question. Proverbs chapter 2 refers to him who keepeth what paths in verse 8 and the man who leave what paths in verse 13.
He keepeth the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness.
That is incorrect. Question number 11 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question. Quote the verse in Proverbs chapter 3 that speaks of mercy and truth.
Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart.
That is correct. Question 12 is worth 20 points. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 2, verse 2, Solomon spoke to his son concerning receiving my words and hiding my commandments with thee, so that what might... That is incorrect, and this interrupted 20-point question will be reread without interruption for the red team. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 2, verse 2, Solomon spoke to his son concerning receiving my words and hiding my commandments with thee, so that what might happen?
So that thou incline thine heart unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding.
That is incorrect. Question number 13 is worth 20 points. Question. Thy navel is mentioned in which verse of Proverbs chapter 3?
3 verse 8.
That is correct. Timeout red, 60 seconds.
Check.
All right. Question number 14 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question: under what condition shall the Lord do what, as recorded in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6?
In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
That is correct. Question 15, that's a good life verse, by the way. If you live your life with that one verse in mind, you'll probably do all right. Amen. Question number 15 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question: and her paths unto the dead. Quote the verse that concludes.
With this phrase, for her house inclineth under death, and her paths unto the dead.
That is correct. Timeout yellow, 60 seconds. All right, question number 16 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question: Proverbs chapter 2, verse 4 speaks of seeking her how and searching for her how.
If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures.
That is correct. Question 17 is worth 20 points. Question: walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous. Why? As recorded in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 21.
For the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it.
That is incorrect. Question number 18 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Question: the throne of Israel. Quote the verse that contains
This phrase, blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee, to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore made he thee king to do judgment and justice.
That is correct. Timeout yellow. 60 seconds. All right, getting close to the end here. Question number 19 is a three-part question worth 30 points. Question: as recorded in Proverbs chapter 1, what shall be an ornament of grace unto what, and chains about what?
For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. They referring to mother and father, thy referring to son, and thy referring to son.
All right, that is incorrect. And I know this is an introductory tournament, so let me just take a minute on that one. That was a very good effort. It was read too. Very good effort on identifying pronouns. It was a bit of a challenge because your pronoun for they shall be refers back obviously to verse 8. You knew that. But when you go to verse 8, it says, my son, what does it say? Hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. So the they, it's not just your mom and dad, right? It's what they're teaching you. That's what's going to make you great. So that's a little bit of a trick, and I thought it was worth a comment just to say it was a great effort on identifying, but when you're identifying, make sure that you're getting that whole thing there. So, all good? All right. Question number 20 is a quotation cross-reference question worth 30 points. Question: two verses in Proverbs chapter 2 begin with the words, then shalt thou understand. Quote these verses. That is incorrect. Do we have a winner? We have a winner. This quiz is closed. Congratulations, all you quizzers. Okay. All right, so Cal Red took that away with 105 points, so congratulations to the red team. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yellow. Yellow, 105 points. What do I know? All right. Kieran had 95 points, so good job, Kieran. Yeah. Well done. All right. So now we can have Kieran and Grace on red, and Matthew and Kylie. Kylie, good. There you go. Matthew and Kylie on yellow. And we'll have the juniors go upstairs now. We'll get started with the junior quizzes upstairs. We need another judge at this table. Is there somebody that would be willing to be a judge? It's a bad day when you lose Grace. That's a bad. You can't live without Grace. Oh, Grace has entered the room. All right. breaths. All right. Quiz number 2 is open, and question number 1 is worth 10 points. Question: what type of paths are mentioned in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 13?
The paths of uprightness.
That is correct. Question number 2 is worth 10 points. Question: the proverbs of whom are mentioned in Proverbs chapter 1, verse...
One. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
That is correct. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. Question: inclining thine ear unto what is mentioned in Proverbs chapter...
2 verse 2. So that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom.
That is correct. Question number 4 is a 2-part question worth 10 points. Question: what is pleasant unto what, as recorded in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 10?
Wisdom is pleasant unto thy soul. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul.
All right, it's unfortunately the first answer, and it's incorrect. So, question number 5 is worth 10 points. Question: wisdom uttereth her voice where, as recorded in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20?
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
That is correct. Question number 6 is worth 10 points. Question: Solomon requested that the Lord give thy servant an understanding heart to do what?
To judge thy people.
That is correct. Question number 7 is a 2-part question worth 10 points. Question: Proverbs chapter 1, verse 29 records that they hated what and did not choose what?
They hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
That is correct. Question number 8 is worth 10 points. Question: those who delight in the frowardness of whom are mentioned in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 14?
Of the wicked.
That is correct. Question number 9 is a 3-part question worth 20 points. Question: which same verse of Proverbs chapter 2 records that the Lord keepeth what and preserveth what?
Proverbs 2 verse 8. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints.
That is correct. Question number 10 is a 2-part question worth 20 points. Question: 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 8 refers to what that cannot be numbered or counted. Why?
And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude.
That is correct. Contest red 1. Okay, that contest is denied. So we're good to. Okay. So question number 11 is worth 20 points. Question. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
Quote the verse after this.
That is incorrect, and this interrupted question for 20 points will be reread without interruption for the red team. Question. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Why?
To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
That is correct. Question number 12 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question. A single verse mentions both the upright and the perfect. Quote this verse.
For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it.
That is correct. Question number 13 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. Which verse of Proverbs chapter 3 instructs us to trust in the Lord? How?
Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding.
That is correct. Question. Timeout yellow. 60 seconds. All right, I believe we're moving to question 14. Question number 14 is worth 20 points. Question. Knowledge and understanding cometh from where, as recorded in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6?
For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. His mouth, his referring to God.
Okay, that is incorrect. Point of order. Did you guys catch the? Yeah, okay. So that. Thank you for that. So that would make that. I need to remember how to deal with that. So an unauthorized response from an opposite team means the question is reread for red one, correct? Yeah, so, okay, so there will be a foul on yellow one for an unauthorized response, and then I will reread the question for red one, and then red one, you can just go ahead to answer, right? So, question number 14 is worth 20 points. All right, so this question will be reread for red one. Question: knowledge and understanding cometh from where, as recorded in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6?
Out of his mouth, his referring to the Lord's.
That is correct. Question number 15 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question: Proverbs chapter 1, verse 26 states that I will do how many things, and what are they?
Two things. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
That is correct. Question number 16 is a timeout red, 60 seconds. Question number 16 is a three-part question worth 20 points. Question: who heard of the fame of whom concerning the name of whom, as recorded in 1 Kings chapter 10, verse?
And when the Queen of Sheba had heard of the famous Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions.
That is correct. Question number 17 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question: which verse of Proverbs chapter 1 mentions receiving what four things?
Proverbs 1 verse 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity.
That is correct. Question number 18 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Question: quote verses 24 and 25 of Proverbs chapter 1.
Because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
That is incorrect. Question number 19 is a quotation cross-reference question worth 30 points. Question. 2 verses in 1 Kings chapter 3 mention riches. Quote these verses.
Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself riches. Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
That is incorrect. It was an epic effort. Timeout yellow, 60 seconds. Final question. Question number 20 is a 3-part question worth 30 points. Question. Fear the Lord. In the same verse, what words precede these? What words follow?
What words precede these words? What words follow these words? And what is this verse? Then shalt thou understand and find the knowledge of God. Proverbs 1:7.
That is incorrect. Do we have a winner? We have a winner. This quiz is closed. Good job. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not closed yet. That was incorrect, interrupted, and so it will be reread without interruption. Thank you. That was read, so for the yellow team. Question. It's a 3-part question worth 30 points. Question. Fear the Lord. In the same verse, what words precede these? What words follow these? And what is this verse? Tie means time has elapsed. All right, and so we do have a winner, and this quiz is closed. Good job, quizzers. All right, so in this place we had the red team with 85 points and the yellow team with 120 points. So congratulations to the yellow team. High scorers, do you have Matthew with 65 points and Kieran with 75 points. So it was a tight contest between the two of you. Good job. All right, I think we're switching now, switching gears, and the beginners are going to quiz a couple of times. Thomas, take it away.
All right.
Maya, you're on yellow too.
Karen, do you kind of know how they're supposed to be sitting? They are, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Everly,
Pastor Tom? Yes, sir.
Ezra, and Sienna. Jude, you're over here. And Abby, you're over here.
Sienna sitting here? Is Sienna? Sienna here?
Sienna is sitting here. So the tricky part is, yeah, you can take your mask off now. The tricky part to remember, when you answer, you want to pick up the mic so Brother Thomas can hear you.
Like this? Very heavy.
A little bit heavy.
Sit up, Sienna.
So the tricky part is when you answer, you have to use the mic, just so that the judges can hear you. Okay? To your right. Good. And you don't need your mask Once Thomas says this quiz has now started, we have to stay on the track.
All right. Are you guys all ready to go?
Yes.
Good stuff. Okay. Well, this quiz is open. Oh, no, you're good. This quiz is not open. All right. This quiz is open. Do we want to do a buzzer check, or it's been a while? I don't know. We're probably good, eh? Yeah, okay. All right. This quiz is open. Question number 1 is worth 10 points. Ready question. Proverbs 1:8 mentions, hear the instruction of whom?
Thine father, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
That's correct. Question number 2 is a quotation completion question worth 10 points. Ready question. To know wisdom.
An instruction to proceed the words of understanding.
That is correct. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. Ready question. Proverbs 1:1 mentions the son of whom?
The son of David, king of Israel.
That's correct. Excuse me. Question number 4 is worth 10 points. Ready question. Proverbs 1:9 mentions chains about what?
Thy neck.
That is correct. Question number 5 is a quotation completion question worth 10 points. Ready question. To understand.
To understand the proverb and the interpretation, the words of wise and their dark sayings.
That is correct. Question number 6 is worth 10 points. Ready question. As found in Proverbs 2:1, if thou wilt receive my what?
My words and hide my commandments with thee.
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 20 points. Ready question. Proverbs 1:3 says to receive what?
To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity.
That is correct. Timeout yellow, 60 seconds, yeah.
Oh no, Evie.
Question number 8 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Ready question. Quote verse 6 of Proverbs chapter 2.
To understand a proverb in the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
That is incorrect. Question number 9 is worth 20 points. Ready question. Locate this verse. If thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures.
Proverbs 2, verse 4.
That is correct. Question number 10 is a quotation completion question worth 20 points. Ready question. The fear of the Lord.
Is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
That is correct. Question number 11 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Ready question. According to Proverbs 1:4, to give what to whom?
To give salty to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion.
That is correct. Question number 12 is a quotation completion question worth 20 points. Ready question. So that thou.
So that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding.
That is correct. Timeout red, 60 seconds. Question number 13 is a three-part question worth 30 points. Ready question. Proverbs 2:3 says, Yea, if thou criest after what? And liftest up what? For what? And that is incorrect. If no, you're good. Just in future, if you guys can use the mic so I can for sure hear you, because it's really hard to hear if you guys don't use the mics, okay? And then a timeout? Okay, timeout, Red. Okay, question number 14 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Ready question. Wise counsels. Quote the verse that contains this phrase.
A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
That is correct. Question number 15 is a two-part question worth 30 points. Ready question. According to Proverbs 2:5, thou shalt understand what and find what?
Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God.
That is correct.
Point of order. Everly actually quizzed out on the previous question.
Okay. How many correct do beginners get?
6.
No, she's good. Then that would have been her quiz out. Yep. She got one wrong, is what the. Yep.
Oh, okay. We have a mistake on our end then. Sorry.
And do we have a winner? All right, this quiz is closed. Great job, all of you. You did phenomenal. Well done. So the red team won with 140 points. Great job, guys. Our second highest score was Jude Rivas with 60 points. Great job. And our highest was Everly Grell with 130 points. Great job, guys. Well done. All right, are you guys good to go? Awesome. All right. Okay, this quiz is open. Question number 1 is worth 10 points. Ready question. In Proverbs 2:6, the Lord giveth what?
Wisdom out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
That is correct. Question number 2 is a quotation completion question worth 10 points. Ready question. If thou seekest.
If thou seekest her as silver and searchest her as for hid treasures.
That is correct. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. Ready question. According to Proverbs 1:5, a wise man will do what?
A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
That is correct. Question number 4 is a quotation question worth 10 points. Ready question. Quote verse 1 of Proverbs chapter 1.
A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
That is incorrect. Question number 5 is worth 10 points. Ready question. Proverbs 2:3 says, criest after what? Question number 6 is a quotation completion question worth 10 points. Ready question. To receive.
To receive the instructions of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity.
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 20 points. Ready question. Proverbs 1:4 says, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man what?
To the young man, knowledge and discretion.
That is correct. Timeout yellow. Oh, you're good. Question number 8 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Ready question. Quote verse 5 of Proverbs chapter 2.
A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
That is incorrect. Question number 9 is worth 20 points. Ready question. Locate this verse, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding.
Proverbs 2, verse 2.
That is correct. Question number 10 is a quotation completion question worth 20 points. Ready question. To know wisdom.
To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding.
That is correct. Question number 11 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Ready question. Proverbs 1:6 mentions the words of who and their what?
The words of understanding and
That is incorrect. Timeout yellow. Question number 12 is a quotation completion question worth 20 points. Ready question. My son, if.
if thou receive my words and hide my commandments with thee.
That is correct. Question number 13 is a three-part question worth 30 points. Ready question. As found in Proverbs 1:7, the fear of who is the beginning of what, but the fools despise what?
Wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
That is correct. Nice recovery there. Question number 14 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Ready question. Ornament of grace. Quote the verse of our study that contains this phrase. That is incorrect. And question number 15 is a two-part question worth 30 points. Ready question. According to Proverbs 1:8, my son, hear what and forsake not what?
My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
And that is correct. And this quiz is closed. Great job, guys. And Red won that with 100 points. Great job, Red. And our second highest quizzer was Abigail Holmes with 30 points. And our highest was Everly with 90 points. Great job, guys.
All right, we've got one more quiz before lunch, so hopefully we'll get through this. Ryan, Anthony, and Tolu can be on red, and Kieran and Grace on yellow. All right. Let's get everyone into place. Anthony, Tolu, and Kieran and Grace. Can somebody call for Grace? I need a judge. I need a volunteer. If there's not an adult, but we should probably try to get an adult. Thanks, Grace. Brother Neil, you're coaching, aren't you? Okay. We can get Nathan. All right. Are we all ready? Here we go. Quiz number 3 is open, and question number 1 is worth 10 points. Question. Solomon instructs his son to hear what, as recorded in verse 8 of Proverbs chapter 1?
My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
That is correct. Question number 2 is worth 10 points. Question. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 15 describes what as being crooked?
Whose ways are crooked?
That is correct. Question number 3 is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 13 mentions those who leave what to walk in what?
Who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness?
That is correct. Question number 4, is a Question number 4 is a direct question worth 10 points. Question. Who said that I am but a little child?
Solomon?
That is correct. Question number 5 is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 32, the prosperity of whom shall do what?
The prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
That is correct. Question number 6 is worth 10 points. Question. What is described as being very great in 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 2?
A very great train.
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 10 points. Question. Who shall be cut off from the earth as
As regarded in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 22? The wicked?
That is correct. Contest yellow 1. Contest withdrawn. Question number 8 is worth 10 points. Question. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 8 refers to who being in the midst of thy people?
Thy servant?
That is correct. Question number 9 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question. Quote the verse which speaks of new wine. That is incorrect. Contest yellow. All right, that contest is granted, and this question will be struck and replaced. All right. So replacement question number 9. Question number 9 is a quotation question worth 20 points question. Hide my commandments.
Quote the verse that contains this phrase. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart hide my commandments.
That is incorrect, and this interrupted 20-point quotation question will be reread without interruption for the red team. Question. Hide my commandments. Quote the verse that contains these words. Buzzers are not working. All right, so we'll just take an official timeout while we get this sorted out, but time will have elapsed on that question.
They said their buzzers weren't actually responding.
Yeah, we just reset the buzzer system, I think. Let's just do a buzzer check. Red 1. Yeah, red 2. Red 3. Yellow 2. Okay, I think that was everyone. All right, good. So, question number 10 is a 2-part question worth 20 points question. Which verse records God telling Solomon that he will lengthen thy days under what condition?
First Kings chapter 3, verse 14. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days.
That is correct. Contest red 2.
Withdrawn. Point of order. Did we reread question 9?
Yes.
I believe it was interrupted.
Question 9 was interrupted and incorrect and reread and non-responded. But we had said time was considered elapsed.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right, so we're all good? So we've completed question 10. And now question number 11 is a 3-part question worth 20 points. Question. Which same verse of Proverbs chapter 2 records what concerning the upright and what concerning the perfect?
For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. That thou mayest walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous?
That is incorrect. Question number 12 is a two-part cross-reference question worth 20 points. Question. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 29 concludes with what five-word phrase that also begins which other verse of this same chapter? Question 13 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. The strange woman does what with her words as recorded in which verse?
Of Proverbs chapter 2. From the strange woman which flattereth with her words. Proverbs 2:16.
That is correct. Contest read 2. Contest is withdrawn. Question 14 is a three-part question worth 20 points. Question. The Queen of Sheba told Solomon that who delighted in thee to set thee on what?
Why? Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee to set thee on the throne of Israel. Because the Lord loved Israel forever.
That is correct. Question number 15 is worth 20 points. Question. Solomon's wisdom excelled what?
The wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt.
That is correct. Question 16 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. The instruction to hide what is recorded in which verse?
Of Proverbs chapter 3. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart hide my commandments with thee. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1.
That is incorrect, and this question, interrupted two-part question for 20 points, will be reread without interruption for the yellow team. Question. The instruction to hide what is recorded in which verse of Proverbs chapter 2?
My son, if thou wilt keep my law and hide my commandments with thee. Proverbs 2, verse 1.
That is incorrect. Timeout, yellow. All right. Question number 17 is worth 20 points. Question. What instruction is given concerning thine heart in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1?
Let thine heart keep my commandments.
That is correct. Question number 18 is a quotation cross-reference question worth 30 points. Question. Two consecutive verses of Proverbs chapter 2 conclude with the word understanding. Quote these verses. Question number 19 is a three-part question worth 30 points. Question. According to verses 10 and 11 of Proverbs chapter 2, under what conditions shall discretion do what and understanding do what?
When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee.
That is correct. Question number 20 is a quotation question worth 30 points. Question. Quote the words of Solomon recorded in verse 6 of 1 Kings chapter 3.
Thou hast showed unto thy servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept from this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day.
That is correct. Contest red. That's actually going to be a foul because you've had two withdrawn contests. Oh, no. You can continue. That's correct. I'm sorry. Contest red 2. This contest is denied. And do we have a winner? This quiz is closed. Good job, quizzers. All right, so red was 80 points and yellow 110. So congratulations to the yellow team. And Anthony came in at second place with 40 points, and Kieran in first with 100 points for individual scores. Congratulations to them. And Kieran also quizzed out on that last question, so good job, Kieran.
All right, sorry we are running a bit behind schedule here. Yeah, so we're going to break for lunch right now. After lunch, we'll have a quick announcement before we get into the championship rounds. Once again, thank you to our quiz masters and officials for helping us this morning, and great job to all the quizzers. Lunch will be served in the small hall, so if you could all make your way down there. We'll be starting back up here at 1 p.m.